Greetings, fellow travelers, and welcome to Busch Gardens, the edge of Africa. Past the railroad tracks and across from Animal Connections, we find ourselves in a walk-through safari where it will seem as if a village has been taken over by wild animals. On July 4th, 1997, this 15-acre carved-out section of the Serengeti Plain opened to the public. These medium-sized antelopes tend to live in herds that can reach as many as several hundred animals. However, the open plains of the savanna make them visible to predators. To help them survive, gazelles can reach speeds of 55 miles an hour, allowing them to make quick escapes. The coaster we see in the background of this exhibit is the triple-launch Cheetah Hunt, which happens to be the longest coaster at the park. Before we continue our journey on foot, we'll take an open-air trek out into the heart of the Serengeti Plain. This is the award-winning Serengeti Safari Tour. On this 30-minute off-road wildlife safari, we'll get some of the best views of the ostriches, zebras, giraffes, and rhinos at the park. This Serengeti Plain is home to two different species of rhino. The southern white rhino, which are native to eastern and southern Africa, can stand more than 6 feet at the shoulder and weigh as much as 5,000 pounds, as well as the black rhino, which can be found in bushy plains, scrublands, and rugged hills in isolated sections of South and Central Africa. These rhinos are also known as the hook lip rhino, as the lip is a special tool used for browsing on twigs and leaves. We will also spot wildebeest, sable antelope, kudu, bongos, 2 species of zebras, as well as ostriches and giraffes on the safari. We are now heading into my favorite part of this experience, so I will catch you on the other side. As we make our way up the path, be sure to keep your eyes out on the left-hand side for the lowland nyla. 80% of the total population of these antelopes live in dense woodlands of national parks and sanctuaries throughout South Africa. Continuing up the trail, on the right side we can take a quick look inside a village hut. And on the left side, we get 3 different viewing areas of the first yard of a rotating species exhibit. Inside the hut gives us multiple window views. Outside, we get a wide pan view of the habitat. Past this, and inside the cave, we get a portal window view. But watch your step, as we will have to do a little climbing to sneak a look here. And finally, another wide window view. The first species that we come across in this rotation is the spotted hyena. These highly skilled predators are often thought of as scavengers, but are actually aggressive hunters, often hunting in groups to catch larger prey. Their prey consists of many of the animals we saw on the safari tour earlier, such as the wildebeest and zebra. In the wild, they can live up to 12 years. In captivity, they have reached ages of upwards of 25 years. One of the vocalizations these animals make sounds like laughter. This is not the same emotion as it is for us. For hyenas, it's often a sign of excitement or anxiety, often heard when the clan is having a hierarchy dispute or have successfully completed a hunt. The second species to be rotated here is the African lion. These big cats can be found in social groups known as prides. Lions are inactive for up to 21 hours a day, with females of this species often hunting in groups during the darkest and coolest hours of early morning. Although only 1 of 4 hunting events is successful, dominant males always eat first, females second, and the cubs have to scramble for scraps and leftovers. The roars of an adult lion can be heard up to 5 miles away and wards off intruders or unites scattered pride members. Here we get a nice window view into the second yard, followed by an outdoor view and a series of unique viewing spots connected to the window views. On visits, make sure to look into the Jeep, in the bed of the truck, and over top of the hood. A little ways up the path and we find ourselves at the home of the African crested porcupine. This is the largest porcupine on Earth. They can reach lengths of 29 inches long and weigh between 18 to 51 pounds. When threatened or aggressive, these porcupines stomp their feet, growl, and grunt. The quills on their tail are narrow and hollow and can range up to 20 inches in length. If you don't take the Serengeti tour, you can get a good glimpse into the exhibit just past the crested porcupine habitat. We'll get another view into this a little later down the path. Meerkats live in a dominant alpha male and female group or community of 5 to 15 members, with each having a designated role such as sentry or babysitter. They take turns or shifts performing each of these roles. Here we come to the home of the ring-tailed lemurs and knob-billed ducks. Ring-tailed lemurs are the most terrestrial of all lemurs, spending a great deal of time on the ground instead of the trees, and females will carry her newborn in her mouth until the baby is able to cling to the fur on the mother's stomach or back. These lemurs do not have a stable hierarchy. In fact, the species is the only primate in which the infants grapple for dominance. On the way down the path, we get one more glimpse into the ring-tailed lemur exhibit. Past this, we come to a fishing village, which in most visits would be the beginning of our walking tour. Here we will get multiple viewing spots from many different angles of what is one of my favorite hippo exhibits. These animals can be extremely unpredictable, making it one of the most dangerous mammals in Africa and the third largest living land mammal. Hippos will spend most of their days in the water or wallowing in mud, coming up on land to feed mostly at night. Baby hippos can swim the moment they are born, as they are born underwater, and females have been known to babysit a group of other females' babies. In the wild, hippos live between 20 to 40 years. In managed care, hippos typically reach into their 50s. These giant animals are herbivores, having a diet of grasses and vegetation. Their lips are almost 2 feet wide, making them effective grazers. Adult Nile crocodiles can reach lengths of 20 feet and can reach up to speeds of 22 miles per hour when swimming. These predators will hunt migrating fish by working together. They form a semicircle across the river and herd the fish, eating those that are closest to them. This will be our second view into the Serengeti. This view is by the Serengeti Overlook, where we can enjoy a meal with probably my favorite view of the park. Inside the Serengeti Overlook, there are 3 places to choose food or drinks from: the Oasis Pizza, Treetop Kitchen, or the Giraffe Bar. I recommend taking your food and drinks outside and enjoy the panoramic view of the African animals on the Serengeti Plain. Here we enter the Egypt section of the park, where we catch a glimpse of Cobra's Curse, and from there to the final animal habitat that we will visit today. This is Cheetah Run. Here we will get up close to the world's fastest land animal. Historically, cheetahs were native throughout all of the African and Asian continents. Currently, they are found in small pockets in parts of Africa and an isolated population in Iran. Built for speed, cheetahs have special pads on their feet for traction and a long tail for balance. This cat species is the only one that cannot retract their claws, an adaptation to help maintain traction. And this will conclude our trek through Edge of Africa at Busch Gardens, Tampa. Thank you for joining me. This is Brad, and I will see you where our adventures take us next. Until next time, safe travels, everyone.